You're right guys, in this video I'm going to be making a Def Leppard LED light. This is for my good friend Shane, so I hope you like it and I hope he does too. I used an A4 sheet of 18mm thick clear Perspex for the light, and simply used double-sided tape to hold it down while the CNC did its thing. I created a Def Leppard design as I know Shane is a fan, and then used the X-carve to carve the design into the Perspex. The carved area will diffuse the light, which will give a glowing effect. Although I've never tried it myself, there isn't any reason why this couldn't be done by hand with a router or even a rotary tool. It is quite hard to see the design on camera. I cut and planed a piece of walnut so it was roughly 50mm by 60mm by 250mm. Those sizes really depend on how big the Perspex is. I just gave an even border around where the Perspex will sit. Using a marking gauge, I marked where I will create the mortise to receive the Perspex. To make it easier, I used a drill to remove the bulk material. Before using a mortise chisel and regular chisels to clean up the mortise. With the mortise created, I needed to add a ledge inside for the Perspex and lights to sit on. I used some 3mm plywood for this. Using both wood glue and super glue to quickly fix the pieces into place, I added them inside the mortise. These pieces will leave an 18mm gap for the Perspex and lights to sit on. They also leave a gap right through so there is space for the wire later. For the base, I used 6mm plywood and attached it with screws. This will make it easy to access the lights if needed. I made sure it was nice and smooth to the touch while the bottom was still attached. There needs to be a groove for the wire to exit at the back. I used a drill to create it. I added my mark to the plywood bottom, and then painted it black so it would look nicer against the walnut. For the finish, I used gloss spray lacquer. The lights I used are LED light strips and they're powered by USB. They can simply be cut to length along the designated lines. Using some 6mm plywood, I made a little shelf that sits inside the mortise. The LED strip is self-adhesive, so I stuck it to the plywood to make it more secure. It can then be placed inside with a USB wire fed through the groove in the back. Then the bottom can be put back on. The Perspex sits on top of the lights nicely. The lights have a remote control, but it didn't work as well as I expected. It needs to be very close to the lights for it to work. Not what I wanted, but it's not a big deal. So that's it then guys, I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. It's the first ever LED light I've made like this and I think the effect is actually really good. Now just because I've used the CNC, it doesn't mean that's the only way to do it. You can of course use like a small rotary tool or just a handheld router and just trace out your design and carve out what you need to be displayed with the light itself. I've just never done it myself, and having the CNC, it's kind of a no-brainer to use that, isn't it? Of course, anything that you've got to hand, I'm sure it'll all work just the same. So I really hope you like this project. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to leave a comment, got any questions, anything like that, leave a comment down below. I answer all of them. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, click the subscribe button and make sure to click the little bell icon next to it and get notifications. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a new video and you'll be sure never to miss when I upload. And if you'd like to share this with your friends as well, that'd be a massive help to me. If you'd like to see some more of my build videos, you can click the link here. Or if you'd just sooner see what my latest uploaded video is, you can click this link here. So that's it then guys, thank you all again for watching.